It's okay, it's not your fault.
All right, guys, here we go. UH Trig Identities 2. Oops, why did I do that? UH Trig Identities 2. And here we go. Use the appropriate angle sum formulas to simplify the following expression. So this is looking like cosine A cosine B minus sine A sine B. So what composite argument property is that? That looks like cosine of A plus B. So A is 9x, B is 10x, so 9x plus 10x is 19x. So cosine 19x. What'd you think? Not bad, right? Okay. Go to the next one. So these first few ones are not that bad. So this is sine A cosine B minus cosine A sine B. Well, then that looks like sine cosine cosine sine with a minus in the middle. So that has to be sine A minus B. Do you remember that? So my A is 10x, my B is 3x, and then 10x minus 3x is 7x. So sine 7x. It's in the next page. Yeah. You see it? All right, here we go. This one says that cosine x is 1/9, and it's an angle 1, quadrant 1, sorry. Cosine y is 1/11, and that's in quadrant 4. Find cosine x plus y. So first and foremost, cosine x plus y equals cosine x cosine y. And then there's a plus there, so that means minus sine x sine y. We're still okay? All right, so let's see what I got. I got cosine x, check mark, and I got cosine y, check mark. So I don't have these two, but I can get them. So here's angle x. So angle x is quadrant 1. And cosine is 1 over 9, adjacent over hypotenuse, so 1/9. 9 squared is 81. 1 squared is 1, so this is the square root of 80. So 16 times 5 is 80, right? 16 times 5 is 80. And what's the square root of 16? 4. So 4 root 5. Do you see what we did there? Okay. So that 4 root 5 is that side. All right, so I got everything for the x. Now let's do the y. So I'm going to exaggerate quadrant 4. Here's angle y. Cosine is 1 adjacent over hypotenuse, so this is a 1 there, 11 there. 11 squared is 121. Minus 1 squared is 1, so there's the square root of 120. And I believe that is 4 times 30. Because 4 times 3 is 12, so 4 times 30 has to be that. So the square root of 4 is 2, so this is 2 square root of 30, and put a negative in the front because I'm in quadrant 4. All right, here we go. Cosine x, 1/9. Cosine y, well, they give me that one, 1/11. Minus sine x. So sine x is going to be 4 square root of 5 over 9. And sine y, negative 2 square root of 30 over 11. All right, let's see what that is. 9 times 11 is 99, so 1/99. Negative times a negative is a positive, so plus 4 times 2 is 8, square root, and then 30 times 5, I believe that's 150. Because 3 times 5 is 15, so 150, 36 is 90, 120, 150, over 99. Okay, I don't see, oh, okay, we're going to break it down. We're going to break it down, sorry. 1/99, well, I guess since the numbers are 99, we're going to go 1 plus 8 square root of 150 over 99. But I can get 150 by doing 25 times 6. Does that make sense? And 25, what's the square root of 25? 5. And then, so here we go. 1 plus 8 times 5, I believe that's 40. 40 square root of 6 over 99. So 1 plus 40 square root of 6 over 99. Bam. Cool or not cool?
I'm really nice of you to go. Dude, I didn't even get a touch on the ball here. Not a single touch. My God.
Why did you get so sad? You're fine. You're.
No, I'm sorry. No, I'm not sad.
Am I a bus killer?
No, they just said, I told me to
You
go
guys
to
want
practice for 20 minutes. Really just to run a lap. Oh, she was like, you thought it's better than nothing. It's because we were in the perimeter and they were supposed to group ball, but then Noel took my ball. Like, bro, where's your ball? But I didn't get one. And then by the time we were going to actually do a drill, I had to go.
All right, here you go. I have sin x plus y. You're good, miss. You're good. I'm in question 4.
Wait, it was D, right?
Oh, yeah, it was D. Sin x plus y. So sin x plus y is sin x cosine y plus cosine x sine y. Let's see what we have. We have sin x, 1/5, and we have sin y, 3/4. So we're missing cosine y and cosine x. So here we go. And they're both in quadrant 1. So quadrant 1, here it is. That's angle x. 1, 5. 5 squared is 25. 1 squared is 24. So there's the square root of 24. We'll simplify it in a little bit. Here's the other one. Angle y. Sine y is, so this is 3 and this is 4. So 4 squared is 16, 3 squared is 9. So there's a square root. What's 16 minus 9? 7? Sorry, it's been a long day, guys. 16 and 9, yeah. All right, there it is. I think we're good. You guys ready? All right. Sin x, that was given. So that one is 1/5. Cosine y, I go to the y. Square root of 7 over 4. Plus cosine x, square root of 24 over 5. We'll break that one down a little bit. Sine y, 3/4. Okay, so here's what we have. Square root of 7 over 20 plus 3 square root of 24, over 20. 24 is 6 times 4, and the square root of 4 is 2. So square root of 24 is equal to 2 square root of 6. So multiply that 3 times 2, so I have square root of 7 plus 3 times 2 is 6. 6 square root of 6 over 20. So let's look for that. Square root of 7 minus, nope. Letter D. Do you see how we did it, guys? Are you ready for question 5 or? Let me know. I didn't want to interrupt you guys. Cosine x minus y, cosine x cosine y, plus sin x sine y. Sin x is in quadrant 1, so here's quadrant 1. Opposite to hypotenuse, 5. So this leg right here, 5 squared is 25, 2 squared is 4. 25 minus 4 is 21, so the square root of 21. And it doesn't break down, I don't think. Let's see, 7 times 3. Yeah, it doesn't break down. All right, so now we go to the sine y. 180 to 270, that is quadrant 3. So here's angle y. I mean, it really is this one way over here like that. But we use that one to help us out. Opposite of our hypotenuse, so negative 1 over 3. 3 squared is 9. And negative 1 squared is 1. 9 minus 1 is square root of 8. That's negative. And I guess let's break it down now. Maybe it'll make a difference. Maybe not. We'll see. That's square root of 4 times square root of 2. And the square root of 4 is 2. So this is Negative 2 square root of 2. So let me erase the square root of 8 and put negative 2 square root of 2. All right, we're ready. Here we go. Cosine x. I go to the x. Square root of 21 over 5. Cosine y. I go to the y. Negative 2 square root of 2 over 3. Plus sine x. So let me erase this part right here. Sine x. I go to the x. I guess that was also given here. 2/5. Sine y. I go to the y. Negative 1/3. And there it is, guys. So what is that? Negative 2 square root of 42 over 15 minus 2 over 15. So negative 2 square root of 42 minus 2 over 15. And so far we haven't even touched the calculator. So we've been doing pretty good. Cool or not cool? All right, question 6. So I know that this one bleeds into the next page, but I'm going to try to do it all right here if I can. So they want to know sine 2x. So sine 2x, the formula for that is 2 sine x cosine x. First and seventh can you put all the formulas on a note card. Fifth period cannot. Sorry, miss. All right, here we go. I need to figure out what sine x is and cosine x is. They give me secant. Secant's the reciprocal of cosine. I'm in quadrant 2. So here we go. Quadrant 2. Angle x. So here we go. Cosine adjacent over hypotenuse. So this is going to be negative 1, 6. 6 squared is 36. 1 squared is 1. 36 minus 1 is 35. So this is the square root of 35. It doesn't break down. 6 times 5. So leave it alone. Because I'm in quadrant 2, it's positive. All right, here we go. 2 times sine x. Square root of 35 over 6. Close, open. Cosine x. Negative 1 over 6. Close. There it is. So 2 times square root of 35 times negative 1 is negative 2 square root of 35 over 36. These are even. So negative square root of 35 over 18. How are we feeling, guys?
Great.
Okay.
Tired.
I know. Sine 2x. Again, we're just going to write sine 2x equals 2 sine x cosine x. Here we go. They give me sine x, and I'm in 180 to 270, so that is quadrant 3. And no, Yanni, that's the demerit. Oh, sorry. Oh. 6 squared is 36. 5 squared is 35, or negative 5 squared is 35. So square root of 36 minus 25. What's that? 35, 36. Square root of 11. Negative in the front. Square root of 11, negative in the front because you're in quadrant 3. We're still okay? All right, here we go. 2 sine x cosine x. 2 sine x is negative 5 over 6. Cosine x is negative square root of 11 over 6. Negative times a negative is a positive. So 10 square root of 11 over 36. 10 is even, 36 is even. 5 square root of 11 over 18. We're almost there, guys. We're towards the end, they get a little easier. All right, cosecant, and they want me to find cosine of 2x. Cosecant is the reciprocal of sine, and that is, so sine x equals a negative 1/4. I'm going to use the cosine formula that just has sine. Cosine 2x equals 1 minus 2 sine squared x. So let's just be smarter about it. Remember, that means 1 minus 2 parentheses sine x, close it, squared. I already have sine x. Plug that in there. 1 minus 2 parentheses 1/4 close it squared. I know there's a negative, but you don't need it because you're squaring it. 1 minus 2 parentheses 1/16. See? And I like, you don't have to do this, guys, but I like to do this. I see a 2 here, I see a 16 there, and I change that to an 8. Because 2 goes into 16 8 times. So now I have 1 minus 1/8. And I can turn that 1 into 8 over 8. See? So 7/8. Oh, good thing it wasn't 6/7. 6/7. That's you guys. That's how you guys look. 6/7. 6/7. Okay, I'll stop. Sorry. All right. Tan 2x. So tan 2x, we can get tan 2x by doing sine x over 1 plus cosine x. Are we still okay? So, I already have cosine x. So that's between 270 and 360. So that's quadrant 4. So here's quadrant 4. And I'm going to write 1. I'm going to write 7. 7 squared is 49. 1 squared is 48. So this is negative square root of 48. Should I leave it like that for now? I guess for now we'll leave it like that. All right, here we go. Sine x, negative square root of 48 over 7 over 1 plus 1/7. Wait a minute, hold on. That's the wrong formula. It says tan 2x. That formula is for tan half x. How come you guys didn't tell me? I didn't do that on. All right. Here's the formula for tan 2x. Tan 2x equals 2 tan x over 1 minus tan squared x. That's the right one. All right, here we go. Here's my reference triangle, 270 to 360. This is still 1. This is still 7. 7 squared is still 49. 1 squared is still 1. 49 minus 1 is 48. There's a square root of 48. Which I guess we should probably break it down, right? Right now. What times what gives you 48? I mean, I guess it could. Yeah. 6 times 8. And then the square root of 8. So the square root of 6, square root of 8. This is 4 times 2. I like to do a tree. So here's how I do it. 6, 8. And then 4, 2. The square root of 4 is 2. Oh, I thought that was a kid. I thought you were a kid. So the square root of 4 is 2. So 2 square root. And you still have that 2 and that 6. So that's 2 square root of 12. But that 12 still breaks down. 4 times 3. Do you guys see that? So it doesn't matter. Yeah, we should have done 16 times 3, but that's fine. The square root of 4 is 2. And 2, so bringing that out. So 4 square root of 3. Bless you. Notice, guys, we went the long way and we still got the same answer. Do you guys see that? We could have done 16 and 3, and we would have gotten the answer right off the bat. So, all right. And it's negative because I'm in quadrant. Yes, perfect. All right, here we go. I'm going to write 2 and then tan of this angle. This is angle x. So negative 4 square root of 3 divided by 1. So that's going to be negative 4 square root of 3 over 1 minus. And when I square this, guys, let's work smarter. It's just going to be 48. Do you guys see that? Because look, that side was negative square root of 48. And when you square the square root, that goes away. You could have used this, but why do you want to? You would have gotten 16 times 3, which would have been 48. All right, let's see. So positive times a negative is a negative. So negative 8 square root of 3 over 40, negative 47. Negative divided by a negative is a. So delete the negative one and circle the positive one. Yeah, these can be tough, guys, but it's just arithmetic.
I gotta go, but I just wanna let you know I will be here Friday.
Okay.
So
So can you quiz tomorrow? No, I'll take care of it, man. I already started it. Yeah, look, I already started it.
No, we're gonna split the word.
So
I already started. Name, dues, and sign forms.
Oh, okay.
See?
I guess you are starting it.
Yeah, I already started it. I'll take care of it.
You sure?
Yeah,
All
I'm
right.
sure. Today's gonna be a long night. So,
Okay.
All
All right.
all right, guys, ready for this half angle? Yeah.
Well, let's see. Could I I don't know. I want to try the UH quiz again, but because I also can't come after school.
Can you do it in the morning?
Practice. I have first period study hall.
Yeah, do it in the morning.
That's if I'm ready. If not, could I maybe come like the morning of Thursday? Because I leave at like.
You can come the morning of Thursday.
Okay, because I have a game at 11 Friday, so they were leaving at like 9. Well, I wish I had a game. Yeah, bro, me too. Like I'm gonna miss it. I'm actually not all alone.
Don't worry, miss. You'll be gaming pretty soon. Later, miss. So here's my formula for half angle of cosine x over 2. We're still okay? All right. They already give you what cosine x is, so just type it in. Plus minus 1/2, 1 plus a negative 1/4 plus minus square root 1/2. 1 minus 1/4 is 3/4. We're still okay? One half. Actually, let's go ahead and multiply. 3/8 plus minus square root of 3 over square root of 8. So plus minus square root of 3 over, and the square root of 8 is 2 square root of 2. Multiply by square root of 2 over square root of 2. Plus minus square root of 6 over 4. We're still all right? Okay. So here's my angle. 1/2 x. I'm between 180 degrees and 270 degrees. Oh, nope. Mistakes everywhere. Half of 180 is 90. Half of 270 is 135. So if I'm between 90 and 135, what quadrant is that? And in quadrant 2, is cosine positive or negative? Do you remember? Cosine's the x. So it's negative. How do you feel? Good. Don't worry, we're almost done. Sine half x. So here we go. It's an acute angle, so delete anything that has negative, then none of them are negative. So here we go. I'm going to write sine of x over 2 equals square root 1/2, 1 minus cosine x. So here's my right triangle. Here's angle x. Square root of 35 over 6. We're still okay? 6 squared is 36. Square root of 35 squared is 35. 36 minus 35 is 1, and the square root of 1 is 1. So you see how I got the 1 there? All right, here we go. Square root 1/2. 1 minus 1/6. Square root 1/2. That 1, turn it into 6 over 6. 6 minus 1 is 5, so 5/6. And then 1 times 5 is 5. And then 2 times 6 is 12. So this is the square root of 5 over the square root of 12. But remember, 12 is 3 times 4. And the square root of 4 is 2. So this is 5 over 2 square root of 3. And then multiply this by the square root of 3 over the square root of 3. And you're going to get 5 square root of 3 over square root of 3 times square root of 3 is 3. And 3 times 2 is 6. So 5 square root of 3 over 6. I don't see it, do you? Oh man, let me see. What did I mess up? One minus. Hold on, let me make sure. 6 squared is 36. 36 minus 35 is 1. 1/2. 1 minus 1 6. So that's 5 6. Square root of 5. 2 times 6 is 12. Oh my god. Miss, how come you didn't tell me? This is square root of 5. See? That's square root of 5 right here.
I was right though. 5 I say again.
Square root of 5 times square root of 3 is 15. Square root of 15 over 6. There it is. Is that okay? We can call it a day if you're tired, miss. Okay. All right, here we go. Hey, it's on the bottom. Do you have one of these copies?
Yes.
Okay. So this is a half angle. Chop, how do you know that? As soon as, well, one, we're taking a quiz that's called, Trig Identities. So it's going to be double and half. And 2, that number 8, if you take half of that, is 4. And 5 pi over 4 is a perfect coordinate. Sine 1/2 5 pi over 4. See? So, let's see. All I'm going to do is rewrite the half angle property. So I'm going to write 1/2 of 5 pi over 4 equals plus minus square root 1/2 1 minus cosine of 5 pi over 4. All right, on the unit circle, 5 pi over 4 is right here. And that is a negative square root of 2 over 2. And negative times a negative is a positive. So I have 1/2 1 plus square root of 2 over 2. I'm going to turn this 1 into 2 over 2. So let's see, plus minus 1/2 2 plus square root of 2 over 2. And then plus minus. And then I'm going to have 2 plus square root of 2 in the top. And 2 times 2 is 4. So here we go. Plus minus square root of 2 plus square root of 2 over square root of 4. So the square root of 4 is 2. Plus minus, put the 1/2 in the front. Square root of 2 plus square root of 2. All right, 5 pi over 8. That's bigger than a half pi, but smaller than a whole pi. So that's quadrant 2. And sine is positive in quadrant 2. See? B. And it goes back to easy. See? Cosine A, cosine B, plus sine A, sine B. That is cosine A minus B. Do you see that? So 9x minus 10x. Yeah. Cosine negative x. Look for that answer. Okay. Same thing again with question 14. Sine A cosine B, cosine A sine B. So this looks like sine A plus B. So sine 5x plus 2x. See how we did it? Okay. Use the appropriate angle sum formula. So again, cos plus sine sine. So that's an A, that's a B, that's an A, that's a B. So this is cosine A minus B. So So we're just going to go cosine 2 pi over 3 minus pi over 8. Come to the side, 2 pi over 3 minus pi over 8. Common denominator. I guess 16. Yeah. Times 8, 16, 24. 24 times 8 over 8 times 3 over 3. So 16 pi, 8, 16, 24 minus 3 pi over 24. 16 minus 3, 13 pi over 24. We're doing okay? Now we're flying, right? All right, again, same thing, guys. Or same thing, miss. AB, AB. Cos, cos minus sine, sine. So that's going to be cosine A plus B. So this is cosine of 245. Okay. Next one. Pi 9, sine pi 9, cosine pi 8 plus cosine pi 9, sine pi 8. This is A, this is B, this is A, this is B. So this is sine A plus B. So go to the side, you go pi 9 plus pi 8 times 8 over 8 times 9 over 9. 8 pi over 72 plus 9 pi over 72. 9 plus 8, what's that, 17? So this is sine of 17 pi over 72. Cool. All right, sine, cosine, and there's a plus in the middle, so that means I'm going to add these. So sine of 160 plus 25. 60, 70, 85. So sine of 185. All right, we got 2 left, and that is it, finally. All right, so find sine x minus y. Sine x minus y equals sine x cosine y minus cosine x sine y. I have sine x. I have sine y. So I'm missing cosine y and cosine x. So x is in quadrant 2. Here's angle x. Opposite, 3. Hypotenuse 7. 7 squared is 49. 3 squared is 9. So this is the square root of 40. Negative. And this is 10 times 4. So negative 2 square root of 10. That's what this leg is. That leg. Negative 2 square root of 10. All right. 180 to 270. That's quadrant 3. Let me do it in blue. Negative 4 over 5. 5 squared is 25. 4 squared is 16. 25 minus 16 is 9, so 3. Square root of 9 is 3. And we'll put a negative in the front because, I mean, I guess you didn't have to do that if you just know it's a 3, 4, 5 triangle. Okay, we're still okay? All right, we got everything now. Here we go. Sine x. Sine x was given. 3/7. Put 3/7. Cosine y. Cosine y. I go to the y. Negative 3/5. Minus cosine x. I go to the x. Negative 2 squared root of 10 over 7. Negative 2 squared root of 10 over 7. Sine y, I go to the y, negative 4/5. Okay. Negative times positive times a negative is a negative, so negative 9 over 35. Minus, because these are both negatives here. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 square root of 10 over 35. Letter E. Whew, last one. Sine of 17 pi over 12. Okay, think of two numbers, then when you add them up, give you 17 pi over 12. So let's start with 15 pi plus 2 pi and see if these are perfect numbers. 3 goes into both of these. 3 goes into 15 5 times, right? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Yep. 5 pi, and then 12, 3 goes into 12 4 times. That's a perfect number, a perfect rating on the unit circle. 2 goes into 12 6 times, so that's pi over 6. There it is. I found it, miss. So this is sine of 5 pi over 4 plus pi over 6. See? And we know that. Sine 5 pi over 4 cosine pi over 6 plus cosine 5 pi over 4 sine pi over 6. All right, let's see what that answer is. Sine 5 pi over 4, that's quadrant 3, so negative square root of 2 over 2. Cosine pi over 6, square root of 3 over 2. Plus cosine 5 pi over 4, negative square root of 2 over 2. Sine pi over 6, that is 1/2. So these don't go away, guys. Make sure we know them. Negative square root of 6 over 4 minus square root of 2 over 4. Ooh, that was pretty tough. You're going to have a double angle on the quiz, and you're going to have a half angle. So make sure we're pretty good. The only way you can get really good is to practice. And you're going to have something like these. Not like delta, but like these. Was this good? Okay. Thank you guys for coming in. If this helped, give it a thumbs up. I know you guys can't give it a thumbs up right now, but